All right, let's be real. Sometimes your brain just feels like a messy sandwich. There's too much going on, stuff slipping out the sides, and no napkins in sight. That's where therapy comes in.
And we're not just talking about screaming into the void or trauma dumping on your sandwich artist. We're talking actual therapy with someone who knows what they're doing. And lucky for you, BetterHelp, our paid partner for this episode, makes it easy to get started.
No waiting rooms, no weird therapy office smells, just a quick questionnaire and boom. You're matched with a credentialed therapist in a couple days. And if it's not a vibe, switch it up faster than you can switch up your sandwich sauce.
So if your brain feels like a chaotic group chat, do yourself a favor, go to betterhelp.com/thinkfresh or hit the link in the description for 10% off your first month. Your future self will thank you.
Breadheads, Think Fresh podcast coming to you live from a Subway parking lot. Ty and Eric are back in the booth. Happy Tuesday, Eric. How are we?
Oh, I'm doing just swell, Ty. Thank you for asking. How about yourself?
I was doing swell until we hit record. Now I'm fearful. There is a bad aura in this parking lot. I think before the end of this episode, something terrible is going to happen here.
We are kind of willing that into existence right now. You're verbalizing it.
I am.
There is a unhoused person walking around kind of looking into the cars that are parked nearby. My laptop is very visible. I don't know. Things could go awry, Ty.
Yeah, I think they're window shopping or windshield shopping, we will. And I keep making eye contact with them. It's very concerning. I also saw a guy walk by with two crutches. Neither crutch was in use. They were just carrying them. That is a very confusing looking human. Oh, wow.
Carrying Lucky Charms.
Yeah. Right before we hopped on, there was a man parked next to us in a white Model 3. He was eating a Subway sandwich and looking at the iPad on his dash. So he was just having lunch and a movie, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you think it would be pretty funny if he was watching Cars?
Yeah, that would be pretty funny.
Bro, you're in one.
Just look around.
Look around.
Yeah, the thing is, though, do you think he is resorting to eating at Subway because his Tesla stock has plummeted? So he's kind of, experiencing some capital loss.
I mean, he already owns the car, so I would assume that all Tesla car owners are Tesla stock owners. They kind of...
Right.
I think it's actually part of the purchase program, maybe.
Right, you're gifted one if you upgrade the paint or something.
Yeah, you go with the jet black model and you get a few shares for free. Comes with the lease, maybe. I don't know how it works, but you're right. They're all probably pretty bummed out right now. It's objectively the worst ever time to be a Tesla owner.
Yeah. I mean...
It's always been bad, but...
It's always been deplorable behavior. I fucking hate Tesla drivers so much, dude. It sucks that they are like in control of such a fast car. You know what I mean? It's because it's like you give a baby a rifle and see what happens.
Dude,
kind of thing.
That is one of the worst traits of them, is they're too fast for their own good. But there's also this like weird male problem, what we're gonna call it, where there's like a male fixation on just like the material fetishism of specific objects.
Right.
Sneakers is the best example that's ever existed on this earth. But I think watches is up there, but watches is more tasteful at least. But maybe you don't think so?
Some are.
True. Actually, you're right. The 90th percentile is not messing around with the Cartier Santos, But Teslas are one of those things that it's so funny because you're all buying the exact same thing. At least with footwear, there's a sense of personalization.
Yeah, you get the right size.
Gotta
get the right size.
I'll get the same dunks, but it's just gotta get your size.
Yeah, that's right. But it's kind of weird too. Like our Teslas were like an aspirational purchase only like a year ago. You know what I mean? Like everybody was like, "Whoa, dude, you got a new Tesla? Like that's so sick!" And like, I don't know what happened. Maybe it's just everybody got them, and like the lamest people on earth also got them. So that made the somewhat cool people look worse, Yeah,
it's so weird that there was such a like status shift with the ownership of them, despite there being no one particular controversy for that to cause that status to shift.
Yeah.
other than just a slow like increase of them in the general cultural.
Yeah. I'm happy though, Ty. I mean, you always knew better. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? We always publicly shamed Tesla owners because the reality is, if there's a government incentive to buy something, then it is deeply uncool.
Deeply uncool. Yeah,
Like you need the government to help you buy that car. Like you do not need that, sir.
That's true. Yeah, wake up, sheeple.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right, though. The government should have no business in matters of anything taste making. Vehicles are the pinnacle of taste making, or at least they have the potential to be.
Yeah, it's your second home, really.
And I think that's also a flaw of Subway, because government is constantly trying to step in and make suggestions of how you should manage your diet. Right?
Right.
And they are literally preventing taste making because of it. They are preventing taste from being maximized in your mouth. Like the FDA hates the Mojo sauce. I just know they've had a meeting about it. I know someone at the FDA has had a meeting about the Mojo sauce.
Yep.
They're like, do we ban it? Is this where we draw the line?
There's got to be like a trial period where Subway's able to just launch a sauce, and they have like a month free window here where like, you know, FDA won't catch on. And then if they do, then they just take it off the menu and no harm, no foul. But that month is kind of like the McRib. Like that's why it's always available for like a month at a time.
Because then it gets canceled.
Yeah, it gets canceled and you can't file a court case within that month.
Right. There's a free window there.
Yeah, it's kind of a loophole to, serve up some addictive material to your customer.
Totally. Because it's kind of like how Uber used to operate, where they just like a virus enter a new city, or Airbnb.
Yep.
And win everyone over in the court of public opinion before the regulators can get there.
Yep.
I bet you that I wouldn't be surprised if there was like per capita very few Subways in like Washington or Ottawa, because that's where the regulators are. And if Subway knows better, they won't put a Subway within a few kilometers of those offices.
Right. Yeah, they can't risk having a litigator like walk into the Subway. That's why it's
game over if that happens.
Definitely game over, dude.
Yeah. They got to put them in places that a litigator would never visit, like this pseudo-industrial red light district that we find ourselves in.
Yeah, it's quite a sight here, Ty. The Subway here has got some kind of like metal paneling, reminiscent of a shipping container, I would say. Maybe an homage to the nearby shipping industry.
Yeah, the ports and the warehouses that many of the customers lean on to for their livelihood.
Yeah, it's kind of a funny like weird faux pas or something, or like a trope where like if you're in an industrial area, like all the buildings nearby have like some kind of like shipping container motif. Like I'm looking at like 3 of them right now, like all within direct sight.
Yeah, actually, you're
like
right.
Some kind of like metal facade.
Like any building made in the last 20 years has attempted to replicate the beauty and the simplicity of the shipping container.
Yeah.
It's
far from here is like a 7-story apartment building all built off of shipping containers.
What is up with that, dude?
I don't get it.
I guess like in architecture, it's common to draw inspiration from your environment. And now we're in a situation where the environment is man-made.
Yeah.
They're not pulling like a reference to, I don't know, the southern sun's trajectory across the sky, or
But I guess you gotta love the franchise model, Ty, because that means like all Subway has to do is just slap the logo on to an existing building, and voila, you've got a sandwich shop,
dude. Just like bing bang boom, Subway is here. It's
bing,
crazy.
Bang, boom,
all
dude.
You need is a bread oven and a big open sign, and you can start selling sandwiches.
Yeah. Something that I'll never take for granted, Ty, is the fact that our Subway still has the old interior. Amen to that.
It's just a matter of time. You're an endangered species.
I know, yeah. But, I mean, we can't be sad if it goes away. We just need to smile that it happened,
Yeah, remember the good old days.
Exactly. Smile that we were able to get a few more years. No term limits on this Subway.
Dude, their month-to-month rent they're really nursing that.
That's right.
I just feel like the sandwiches taste better in the old Subways because everything, the rustic vibe translates to just like this rustic homemade, like artisan quality in the food. And maybe
exactly.
I'm probably gassing it up too much here. But
No, dude, you're an Atmos foodie, and I understand. When you're sitting next to a map of the Manhattan transit system, and you got some faux brick walls next to you, the sandwiches do taste better.
They do.
But if you're sitting inside the clinical redesigned Subway, then you are maybe hyper aware of the clinical properties of the sandwich sauce. You know what I mean? That was conducted in a lab.
Yeah, you're surrounded by macroplastics, thinking about microplastics.
Exactly. Yeah. I think it definitely seeps into the food.
Dude, there is something that about the new Subway like franchise design that feels like a futuristic waiting room. Like a modern dentist would look like that. You know?
Totally.
Like a 2040 DMV would look like that.
Yeah. Like I feel like I'm getting my tooth yanked out, but it's actually just something in my sandwich. Like a finger.
You just bit down on a fingernail.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of tasting better, Ty, there is a new product launch that I want to get your take on.
Oh, I do love reporting on new product launches. Is this
right.
Mojo Sauce 2?
Hell no.
Does it have any mojo at all?
There could be some mojo, actually. But this is from friend of the pod, Emily Oberg. Just launched Sensual Sport.
Sensual Sport from the makers of Sporty and Rich.
That's right. Which, to me, if I were to summarize it, is my interpretation, is a tasteful, I guess, sexual health product lineup.
Wow. You chose your words carefully there.
I did, yeah.
So what is it, like a vibrator and some breath mints?
Pretty close. There's a vibrator. There is a lubricant. And there is a wet mouth spray.
A wet mouth spray. What the hell is that, Eric?
I specifically want to just dissect that last one.
Yeah, this is a food podcast.
This feels like, like a new kind of like vertical for the pleasure industry.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think I found a new product line, a new unmet need.
Like you might expect someone to create a brand that just kind of riffs on the existing products, but when you're a real innovator like Emily Oberg, then you're thinking of new ways to get the salivary glands popping. Subway could only dream, So I'm thinking about this wet mouth spray, and I'm thinking about its practical uses. Do you think this could come in handy when you're about to take on 12 inches, Ty?
Well, if you're getting your sandwich extra toasted one sauce, that shit's dry. You might need a little extra salivary gland movement. So yeah, absolutely. A little right on the palate.
Yeah.
I'm imagining that it's like an oral lubricant, something that like just keeps the mouth wet. I don't understand how that technology works.
Yeah. Well, I can describe it to you because I did read the product knowledge points on the website.
Good for you.
And if I remember correctly, the purpose of the wet mouth spray is to activate the salivary glands to basically get your mouth kind of wetted up.
Frothy.
On your back and wet up. You know what I mean? So once you get that going, then I think taking down any kind of dry bread will be much easier.
Yeah. I'm curious, like, if it's like a frothing, like a rabies victim, or if it's more like a little bit more subdued than that.
Yeah. Well, I think it's just a flavored spray. So like, I'm looking at the peach flavor here. There's a pineapple as well. And I think it just pretty much
activates
makes your mouth wet and tastes good. And yeah, there you go.
Dude, wet and good is how we like it over here at Think Fresh Podcast.
That's right.
I had a few little treats this weekend that wet my mouth up.
Okay, great.
So I've been dabbling in this pleasure category. The first one is I hit a buzz button this weekend, a whole button. Have I ever talked to you about buzz buttons? I'm sure I did it on an episode.
I've heard of buzz balls, which I want to clarify is maybe not the same thing?
It's not the same thing.
You know what those are?
I've actually tried them. They're
Oh, okay.
like they're at the liquor store, right? They look
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Christmas ornaments.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, those things suck.
They suck? They do look horrible.
They taste like melted Slurpee.
Oh, okay. I've seen like the big ones as well in Hawaii, and yeah, those are pretty scary. Like,
yeah.
like I feel like having one of those would make you, I don't know, jump around and hurt yourself or something.
Dude, Hawaii is the first place I had a buzzball.
Oh,
It's
great.
weird you
Okay.
say that.
Well, because I think they're like a Japanese thing, aren't they?
Are they?
I swear I saw them in Japan and in Hawaii, which makes me believe that it's Asian import.
It is a form factor that only the Japanese mind could envision.
Yeah.
The perfect circle, red cherry juice in it, just looks like their flag.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, continue.
Oh yeah,
What is a buzz?
A buzz button. Buzz button is like the flower of the Szechuan pepper. And when you eat it, and you'll see it sometimes like shaved or added to cocktails, but when you eat it, it creates a temporary numbing sensation in the mouth. It causes your salivary glands to go out of control, and it will affect the flavor of things. It'll make sours a little sweeter and vice versa.
Right.
So I popped one of those this weekend. I had a little trip.
Interesting.
Microdosing the Szechuan.
Nice. Okay, I have heard of this actually. It's like a common Asian dish, right? That contains this stuff.
Yep.
And it's like extremely spicy, and you eat it, and you kind of just have like a psychedelic experience.
Yeah.
Euphoric kind of, something happens to you.
The culinary side doesn't really use the flour, but the actual like seeds in the plant is very spicy. But this flour itself has no heat, just a strange sensation.
Got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I also tried this Brazilian liquor, and I wrote down the name of it. I want to pull it up for the breadheads. And it had a really similar property. I took a shot of it, and my mouth started to froth up. My tongue goes numb. Things start to taste funny. So there's a whole bunch of these things in this quality that would be perfect for Sporty and Rich's mouth spray. Like they could lean into these qualities to just make oral pleasure a little bit more palatable.
Right. But would you want your face and mouth to go numb? I don't know if that would be a good thing.
Yeah, that's a good point. It depends on what you're looking to get out of the experience.
Right. Yeah, if you're yeah, that is true. That is true.
The Weeknd says that he can't feel his face when he's with someone.
When he's off the buzzball or whatever.
The buzzball. It's called cachaca. Cachaca is the Brazilian liquor. Cachaca. Cachaca.
I actually have heard of this.
Yeah?
Yeah. So this is a distilled spirit made from fermented sugarcane juice.
What? Sugarcane can have these properties?
Dude, hell yeah, man. I don't know.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah, man. You don't fuck with sugarcane?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. There's a good article on the Eater.
Brazil's
mag.
most popular spirit? I don't believe that for 1 minute. How have I just heard of it?
I believe it. What do they be drinking down there?
Peroni? I don't know.
Yeah.
Something, a Portuguese drink?
Dude, I'm going to try to go there next year, I think.
Oh, hell yeah.
That'd be awesome.
That'll be cool.
Yeah. Okay, I'm loading this slow article here. Blah, blah, blah.
What does Eater Magazine have to say about Brazil's most popular spirit?
Okay, so it is a spicy, sweet, and fruity clear liquor distilled from fermented sugarcane, and it must be produced in Brazil and contain alcohol by volume of 38 to 48%.
That's a lot of facts.
A lot of facts
Spitting
there.
facts here.
That's right. Sometimes labeled as Brazilian rum.
It did have a rum-ish flavor.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I guess it's a thing.
So this makes you go bananas?
It makes me want to bite people. like a rabid dog.
Interesting. So if in America we have something called whiskey dick, what do you think this would be called? Kachaka kaka?
Kachaka kaka. That's great. Dude, so Emily Oberg's mouth spray is just sugar water. It's just a little
yeah, flavored sugar water, which hopefully would make things taste better. So do you think, getting a little spritz of that and then getting a tuna sub, would that make it edible or not?
I think it would help.
It would help.
Because you're trying to eat it as fast as you can, right? And the more your body is a machine. You need to lube up the machine if you want to work harder and faster.
Right. This engine needs oil.
Yeah, and it's a probably healthier option than the current best solution, which is a few extra sauces. Like I could skip a sauce or two if I had a little bit of mouth lube.
That's right. And the design is quite nice, Ty, because you can clip it onto your belt loop rings.
You know, easy access.
Yeah. So if you just wanted to look like more of a stud, you could have one of those on there.
Yeah, dude. People are definitely going to be like carrying that around of all things.
Yeah, definitely.
What an interesting use of like foot-long foreplay.
Totally.
So are you copping?
It's $20. Kind of curious to give it a shot, but
yeah, I'm pretty curious too. I wish I could just bum a hit off a friend.
Yeah, Emily, if you're listening, bless us with the pack, please.
It's kind of like maybe this will be the new vaping, because it's kind of the same idea. It's like I just want to hit a mango habanero right now. Like,
right, that is true. That is true, and it is kind of more of a social signal when you have the jewel in hand. At least it used to be. It used to be like, I have this like nice product with me. And I think the wet mouth spray could be the 2025 version of that, Ty.
It's a great icebreaker.
It is.
Anyone want to hit?
Who wants a little spritz?
Everyone's always looking for just like the next big thing in, it's not even technology. It's just artifact, like accessories, really. Like, we all had hand spray during COVID, and then face masks. When we got the jewels, and now we got the mouth spray.
Yeah, great point. Yeah, we all just want to accessorize, really.
Really, yeah. We just want to feel seen.
Yeah, I mean, how nice would that look, Ty? The beautiful yellow pineapple flavor inside the Louis Vuitton bag. You know what I mean? Just goes perfectly. Sure.
When you have to dump it out at the TSA, you at least want the stuff to feel respectable.
Yeah, and you already know Oberg is making it under 100 mil, so it is safe to fly with.
That's true. It has to be.
Yeah. Okay, Ty, let's get into our segment of the day.
Segment of the day. All right.
Yeah, Ty and I are trying to add some infrastructure to this pod, and we
lacks direction.
Yeah, it's been known to lack direction.
It's been stuck in the veggie section for years.
That's right. We just don't know what's next. So we're gonna do a little would you rather segment. Why don't you go ahead and hit enter on that message you have typed into chat there, and let's get ChatGPT to come up with some would you rather scenarios.
Yeah. So we have a few options here that our assistant is going to suggest for us, and I'm going to present them to you, Eric. I want you to answer first.
Okay, let's rapid fire these.
Would you rather eat a Subway sandwich filled entirely with hair from the floor of a Subway bathroom, or lick the toilet seat in that same Subway bathroom after a busy day?
Jesus Christ, dude. I think I'm licking the bowl.
Dude, bowl way.
Bowl way, baby.
I'm taking the bowl too.
The hair is a step too far. Like that involves ingestion, whereas licking is simply like I can just cut my tongue off after, you know?
Yeah, dude. Plus a couple with the mouth spray afterwards, and you are clean.
I'm drooling all over that bowl.
Dude, lift the seat if you're gonna do that.
Hell yeah. Oh god.
Oh fuck. Okay, these are bad. On to the next. Would you rather eat a 6-inch sandwich made entirely of pickles and human toenails, or a foot-long sandwich where the bread is made from scabs and dandruff? These are terrible questions.
Jesus Christ, dude. Well, you also typed in really disgusting.
Can we make these less disgusting? Yeah, that was a miss. Okay, chat's going to tone it down a bit. Chat can tell they're throwing the podcast episode. All right, would you rather eat a Subway sandwich with only bread and mustard every day for a year, or would you rather eat a Subway sandwich made with every single meat, veggie, and sauce mixed together for a month?
Well, obviously the second one. I already do that.
Dude, that is yeah.
I already get every single meat and sauce.
Yeah. As a vegetarian, I'm going to go with the bread and mustard option. A year of that sounds delicious. I don't think it would be pretty bad.
I don't think it would be bad. Like, are we counting the pretzel as one of the breads? Because that sounds really good.
Yeah, dude, that's stadium food right there.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's the kind of shit seagulls eat.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather have free Subway for life, but you can only order the Veggie Delight with no sauce? Dry veg. Or pay full price, but you can have anything you want. Nothing changes.
I don't know, dude. It's hard to pass up the value play here of getting the free sub. I wouldn't mind bringing my own meats for that.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind either. I could pack in a few material from the produce section.
Yeah, man, these are really hard-hitting questions. This is crazy.
Dude, this is a good one. Would you rather have free Subway for a year or a Subway sandwich named after you, but the Subway sandwich is extremely unpopular? like an onion and mayo sub.
I would definitely rather have my legacy cemented
Same.
at the Subway.
Yeah.
Even better, it would be a Think Fresh sub.
I would love a Think Fresh sub.
Yeah, if anything, it's better that it's unpopular because it's just makes it funnier.
Dude, if Subway ever solicits us to collab on a sandwich, we have to make the most dastardly, just the most awful take we can. We got to really push the limits of what a sandwich should be.
Yeah, we will be like the Sweetie McDonald's collab. You know what I mean? Just a random mix of
totally random mix. Every celebrity collab with McDonald's, there's so much pressure on them to. There's like two paths. Just actually give me your favorite, or attempt to reinvent something. They're gonna like put the cheese on the outside of the bun, you know? It's like do something stupid with it. Go stupid.
Inverted sub.
Yes. Here's an idea. Why doesn't the Think Fresh sandwich get served upright instead of upside down?
Oh, now we're thinking
now
fresh.
We're fresh thinking.
Wow. Or how about it's just fresh? That would be nice.
Would you rather eat a foot-long sandwich that was left in a car for 24 hours or eat a sandwich that is completely soaked in vinegar and pickle juice?
What the fuck? I mean, if it's a sandwich that I would make, then the first one, having it sit in a car for 24 hours, would eventually have it be soaked in sauce. You know what I mean? So we're kind of ending up with the same result here.
That's true.
Fuck, I might have to go with the Wet Witch, number 2.
Yeah.
I would go soaked in pickle juice.
I think it comes down to time of year. Like if it's a hot car, we're cooked. Like both we and the sandwich are cooked.
That is a great point.
So I got to go with the pickle juice just to avoid that scenario.
Great point. Yeah, if it's a cold day, then it's the same as putting it in the fridge.
Yeah, 100%.
Next.
What is good here? Would you rather have a Subway sandwich that comes with a random mystery sauce on it every time you visit, or let the Subway employee decide the entire sandwich, but you know what's in it?
I like mystery sauce. That sounds fun. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a Russian roulette of sorts. Like eventually, I'm just gonna get the spicy one, and it'll kill me.
100%. Like your days are numbered.
Yeah.
I actually came up with one on my own earlier. What was it? It was like, would you take Subway for free every single day if there was a 10% chance that the Subway will give you food poisoning?
Oh no.
But it's free.
10% chance. So that means you're getting food poisoning like once every 2 weeks.
Theoretically, but you may never get it. It's only 10%.
Yeah. But the more times you do it, I'm assuming there's going to be some kind of statistical significance here.
You would think so, but you have had lucky streaks before.
Yeah. I have been very lucky at Subway. Knock on wood. I've never gotten the food poisoning from Subway. Maybe I should just stop going now because I jinxed it. But yeah, I don't know. I would just pay for my sub. I think that's fine.
Yeah, nothing needs to change there.
Let's do nothing. Oh man.
Would you rather have to eat your Subway sandwich with no hands, face only in public, very funny, or have to stand in line and loudly say, Subway is the superior sandwich franchise, every time you enter the store?
I would do the latter.
You would announce it to the whole room?
Yep.
Every time.
Yeah, I mean, simply a podcaster's presence should already be saying this.
That's true.
But yeah, I don't mind letting people know where I stand with the sandwich institution.
Someone's got to advocate for the little guy.
Yeah. What about you, Ty? What are you picking?
Yeah, I think I want to do that too. The idea of like going seagull on my food is
just pecking away.
I love their diet, but I don't like their format.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I fully agree. Caw-caw.
Well, that leads to the end of our list and the end of this segment. Breadheads, if you enjoyed us asking and answering these questions, let us know in the chat.
Ty, I got one for you.
Oh, hit me.
As we watch some Subway employee take out the garbage, would you rather have the sandwich artist make your sandwich with gloves found in the garbage, Or barehanded, no gloves.
Oh God. A used glove. Dude, you should never reuse the glove. But barehanded, they could have like picked their nose.
They could have done anything,
They
Ty.
could
They could
have-
have been
they
to
put-
the bathroom.
they
They could
could
have
put their
licked the
hand on
toilet
their
bowl
pants
before
on.
this.
Oh God, those
Yeah.
disgusting ones were pretty funny. I think I'm gonna go bareback here.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
professional chefs do it. I can assume that every sandwich artist has taken food safe courses at some point in their life.
They called in sick that day.
Great.
That's really risky of you, Ty. I don't know if I would agree. I mean, I would risk the
You're gonna go with the
garbage.
garbage glove? You're
Ah,
crazy.
I don't know, dude. Raccoons eat it.
Yeah, that's true. I guess it's found in nature.
Mm-hmm. Well, breadheads, I hope you enjoyed that little segment there. Any other like closing questions? Anything stand out?
Dude, I'm just revisiting the bad, like the disgusting ones, and then just some insane things. Like, would you rather lick the mustard and mayo off a stranger's unwashed feet, or would you rather? Oh God, I can't even repeat some of these out loud.
Ask chat to include Fogle in some of these questions.
He'll know who they are.
Yeah, last name only.
Wow, you want me to go there, huh?
What the fuck with that emoji?
Why is chat sending me the devil emoji?
All right, Ty, what we got here?
Let's go with.
Some of these are crazy.
Would you rather have Jared Fogle personally make your Subway sandwich every time you go to Subway? Or would you rather Jared Fogle follows you on social media and regularly comments on all your posts?
It's like slay queen, looking young.
Booty popping.
Yeah. Oh man.
Damn, you single?
I mean, question is, do you think he can make a sandwich? That's the real thing here. Like, he's not going to like do anything else. I'm assuming like the scope of the question is just making the sandwich, right?
It's kind of funny because Jared probably became the Subway mascot because he made too many sandwiches himself. And it was only when he handed over the keys that he started to lose the weight.
Oh yeah. I mean, that must mean he makes a great sandwich. So I'll let him cook.
Yeah, I'll let him cook too.
I'd rather that than publicly be associated to the guy.
I think it's safer for everybody.
Yeah. Well, on that note, Ty, let's go pay some bills.
Yeah, facts. Breadheads,
Thanks for listening. Please
Ciao.
do the honors. Goodbye.